underground, I keep that shit G. Reppin' nothing but the underground that represents me.
How do we do it? How do we live? How do we do it? How do we live? How do we do it? How do we live? Since we're back in the day, since we were little kids. How do we do it? How do we live? How do we do it? How do we live? How do we do it? How do we live? Since we're back in the day, since we were little kids.
Once again I'm back. Hit proof on the map. They call me Chubbz Lokote cause I put fools on their back. Straight off Fabens, Texas, I never gave a damn. Dropping all these verses on another gangster track. Smoking on them trees with a bitch on my lap. So this is for you lames who think that they got game. All up in your shit saying fuck what you claim. Pulling Nasties deep, all up in your streets. Ready for whatever, on the louder, on the creep. Hit up baby bird. Say what's the word? Fully loaded mags. Punching on the gas. Letting them fly, wasting no time, committing a crime. I want you to die, your family's a crime. Next thing you know, you're dropping in dimes. It happens so fast, just like a flash. Just like a flash. Just like a flash.
You know how we ride, gotta hustle to live. Always on my grind, so I must do a bit. I've been doing my time since I was just a kid with a brew and a line. I'ma tell you how it is, live and die in these streets. I done seen so many fall, getting high with my creeps in the center of it all. SF40's don't rest, cause the wicked don't sleep. Crazy tales up in my flesh, the convicted roll deep. I'm that homie from New Mex, the one from Tiny Town. Face mask, double S, wicked, grimy, gutter clown. Tie me down, nah they never. I'm as clever as a devil, sipping lean in rainy weather, and we packing heavy metal. From the depths of the underground, the blackness of my soul, I done been to the bottom, the abyss, the black hole. So how do I live? How do I do it in the belly of the beast, where we always going through it, straight surrounded by these demons, death and drugs and time in prison, gang related, alcoholic, drop a rhyme with double vision. If I took you to my streets, then maybe you would know that these lyrics never sleep, and put hate proof up in my flow.
How do we do it? How do we live? How do we do it? How do we live? How do we do it? How do we live? Since we're back in the day, since we were little kids. How do we do it? How do we live? How do we do it? How do we live? How do we do it? How do we live? Since we're back in the day, since we were little kids.
Them streets became my wife, a blessing and a curse. For these lyrics that I write are good and evil on the verse. Many females in my zone, blowing up my phone. I get love across the map, and yet I feel so all alone, cause I only trust me and not a skunk out in the rain. I'm a veteran to the game, and only game is here to blame. I'm a player from the south, I let all them hunters know. Find poetry up out my mouth, like sticking wicked on the flow. Yeah, this music is my life, this how I do, this how I live. Making history on the mic, my hopes and dreams as a young kid. I'm that twisted psycho villain, lonely soldier in my land. 5150 ways I'm feeling like a 40, I'm a slam. Holding got me living low. To say that I get down. Popping benzo, smoking Indo, plenty chronic in my town. Taking drown through the rhythm in the streets, we knocking bass. From the truth that I give them, this hate proof is getting laced. Off them 40-ounce joints, no more dragons left to chase. Dropping knowledge, dropping points about my life and times I face. Take that shit to Psychoville, for those who don't know. Let it show how I feel when I let that sickness go.
How do we do it? How do we live? How do we do it? How do we live? How do we do it? How do we live? Since we're back in the day, since we were little kids. How do we do it? How do we live? How do we do it? How do we live? How do we do it? How do we live? Since we're back in the day, since we were little kids.